Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Romeo and I, I'll get it out here. Cut. Okay, part two. Romeo and I welcome you to another Beer 30 Sanity session. And with that in mind, I'm going to put the dog back out of the way here. But here's to you, here's to me. Let me get my toddy here. Skull, brothers. Cheers, Prost, and all that good stuff. Here's to you. Mm-hmm. Take a deep breath. Breathe out slowly. Let go of all that stress that's built up for the entire week. And relax. No matter if you're drinking iced tea, water, or whatever, it does not matter. The main thing is to relax and regain what little sanity you have or had, if you had any. But anyway, today has been an exciting day. Really, I did virtually nothing. I didn't have much to do, and the roofers came by. There was one piece of metal they had to add or replace. They put in a temporary piece and they brought the final piece back because they had to wait for 2 weeks to get the color, the white, the polar white or whatever they call it. But anyway, so the roof's done, house is ready, all the gang's back there. I'll get out of the way so you can see the Carpe Diem clock is on time. And but yeah, it's a Beer 30 evening. It's a Friday evening. It's time to get ready for the weekend and relax. And yeah, you got, some of you, there probably aren't that many people that work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5 anymore. Years ago, there was a lot of that. And I don't know how much of that still exists. It's a changing world, people work all kind of hours now. Some people work from home. In fact, the ones that started working from home during the pandemic, they're having a hard time getting them back, because they don't want to go back to work. They want to stay at home with the kids and the family, and I don't blame them a bit if they can do it. So with that in mind, I'll refresh my mouth with this toddy. That's muy bueno. You know what I mean? Just a light 4% alcohol beer. I know they make beer with more alcohol in it, but I was trying to think. I racked my brain in the past few days, and today I was trying to think of something that I did when I was younger or in the past that might be of interest. But then it occurred to me that, it seems like every time I do a Beer 30, I talk about things that happened in the 50s and 60s or whenever. What about now? I mean, hell, let's get here. Let's get to now and, kind of move forward a little bit. I mean, I've touched on electric cars, and I know there's some of you that agree or disagree with me, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't matter whether we agree or disagree, but at least we get to think about these things. And one of the things I found out is, I think I mentioned it in comment call this morning, charging an electric vehicle when traveling is not inexpensive. No. Like right now, since I'm off peak after September the 30th at the co-op, the electric co-op here, it'll be off peak all the way till May 2nd. So the rates now are 12 cents per kilowatt hour or per kilowatt. And, if you go on the road and use some of the services that are available, there's 2 or 3 that are out there. Of course, Tesla's got their own, and then there's 2 more, but they're about 35 or 45 cents a kilowatt. So, but that's for those people that are traveling. Now, if you're charging at home, you're fine. But something else I found out was this lady was traveling in a Chevy Bolt on a trip, and she pulled into an area where they had Tesla chargers and then the other chargers. And there was a line of Teslas waiting to be recharged, and the others were vacant. So what's happened is, as you can see, Tesla has sold a whole lot of electric cars. They have their own special charging stations and charging rates, or the speeds, and they're filling up. So that's another issue that'll have to be overcome. But you know the present, what's going on now? What's going on now? Of course, we got the electric car thing going, and I don't know. I don't even know what else is going on. I mean, as far as smartphones, I was checking on some of that to see if there was any really super things that had changed on smartphones, because I thought, well, if I'm going to start talking about what's happening now, let's find out if there's been some changes. And basically, there haven't been any changes. The phones are, they're making little tweaks here and there and changing colors and stuff. But other than that, there's not much changing because they've kind of peaked, so to speak. But I did find out that Apple Corporation is big, but it's not as big as Microsoft. Hey, Google, what's the largest corporation in the world? I got to define that though. She's not going to answer anyway. Hey Google, what's the largest corporation by revenue in the entire world?
Walmart. According to Wikipedia,
Walmart.
American retail corporation Walmart has been the world's largest company by revenue since 2014. I also found an answer to this question. What is the largest corp in the world? Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
On the website beef2live.com, they say, the largest crop in the world is sugarcane from Brazil, followed by sugarcane from India and corn from the United States. Brazil produces more than 750...
She said crop. I meant corporation. But be that as it may. Hey Google, what are the annual sales for Apple Corporation?
Let's see. I think your answer is in this table.
Good God. It's 260 billion. That was 2019. Hey Google, what is the gross national product of the United States?
In 2019, the gross national income for the United States of America was $21,690,014,999,999.90, according to World Development Indicators.
And 20 cents. But anyway, what I was finding is some of these corporations are as large as most countries. Now, what has that got to do with Beer 30? Not a damn thing. But I'm trying to keep things in the present. And I thought, well, I couldn't really think of how to approach the topic because, how do I start talking about the present other than talking about my own individual situation, which I'm more familiar with than any other, and I will. So, right now, here I am in this tiny home. It's pretty well finished as far as I'm going to finish it. And I've got a Class C motorhome sitting there. And I went on the internet today and I looked at VRBO, vacation rentals by owner. It's a big company. And I thought I'd look at the rates for renting a place in the summer. And I did. And I could get a place in Taos by the month for as low as, furnished, everything, you know what I mean, and as low as about $1,200 a month all the way up, depending on what you want. But then it occurred to me, do I really want to do that? Because, that would mean I'd have to go there, stay in that place for one full month without doing much other than just driving around the car, which I can do here, other than it'd be cooler there than here, blah, blah, blah. And so, anyway, I'm always thinking about the future. And I'm trying to get down to living right in the present because I have a very good situation here. The climate is changing quickly. Like today, it's only like 83 or 4 degrees here today outside. And there's a cool norther coming through Sunday night and Monday, going to be dropping the temperatures by about 15 degrees on the high and about the same on the lows. and with some rain in front of it, so I get to check my roof to see if it's going to leak or not. Hopefully it doesn't, because what I'm going to check is if it doesn't leak on the patio where I can see the roof, you know what I mean, then I will make the assumption that it's not leaking anywhere else. And I know assumption is the mother of all screw ups, but whatever. So, but it's hard for me to just sit. You know what I mean? You know, I read books. I got 2 Kindles and some paperbacks and hardback books, and I read those once or twice during the day. I take walks, and you know, staying busy or occupied is a full-time job for anybody that's retired. I guarantee you. Now, if you have a hobby of some kind and you're really into it, well, that you're just lucky. I mean, my hobby was, I guess, or is RVing, and I can still do that. I just don't know where I want to go. Every time I think about taking a trip, I thought, well, hell, I'd go out to Alpine or Fort Davis, spend a week or 2 or a month or whatever I chose. And but you know, I've done that, you know, so many times, and I'm not really big on staying in RV parks. You know what I mean? And that's what it would be. There's not many other options out that way. And any other places are state parks. State parks are probably better than RV parks in most ways, and national parks probably better than state parks, but there's not many national parks in Texas. Well, you've got, of course, you got Big Bend National Park, and you got not Davis Mountains, but Guadalupe Mountains. But Guadalupe Mountains is dry camping. There's no hookups and there's no internet. Big Bend, you know, they've got a place with some hookups, and at Chisos Basin, but there's no internet as far as I know, or there wasn't. But anyway, here's to you, here's to me. So anyway, I've made several changes in my life, you know, with the electric car and getting this done. And my plan was, I always have a plan. Now, they may not work worth a crap, but my plan was, I thought, okay, get the house fixed up, you know, get it set up, get you some comfortable places to read, inside and out, ceiling fans, all that crap. You know, and then do that. Have you a daily routine of doing your morning walk, come back, you know, maybe take a drive if you choose to, and that's great. I did it. Now what? Yo, you know, but you know, it's hard for me to just it's hard for me to be like a dog chasing his tail, you know what I mean? I don't want to catch the damn tail. I want a new tail, you know what I mean? I want to see what's on the other side. I even looked into taking a cruise. I've been on 4 cruises. They're okay. They are what they are. That's all I got to say. You know, it's all about money. Every time you move on a cruise, somebody's either snapping a picture or wanting you to sign up for a tour when the ship docks. And no, and they're huge, huge. How you can get lost on board ship? Jeez, I mean, I'm telling you. You know, they got escalators that go up and down 12 or 14 floors or whatever. So anyway, I kind of eliminated that because I really don't want to go on a cruise, and it'd be a little awkward to have to drive to an airport, be gone for a week or whatever, come back. You know, it'd just be a little awkward. Then I thought about, well, why don't you know, get you a Uber or Lyft? They'd probably have somebody around here, and let them take you to the airport and go somewhere. And I thought, well, okay, I'm at the airport in San Antonio, Texas. That's the closest one. Where am I going? Shit, where do I want to go? I don't want to go to Europe. And besides that, there, even though you have a passport, there are still countries that you can't go into without doing the pandemic test and all that crap. You know, I don't know, man. It's probably not a great time for doing that, or going down into Mexico, or, you know, I thought about that. I thought about, hell, let's just take the RV and drive down into Mexico. Well, probably wouldn't be my best choice. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's to you, here's to me. I'm just thinking out loud, guys. I'm just firing bullets. But I'm sure some of you that are retired out there probably do the same thing, you know. You know, there's only, I'm not going to say there's only so many trips you can take, because I guess you could take one every day for the rest of your life if you had the money. In fact, when I was at Cloudcroft in that home I bought there, the people that I met or that put me in touch with the owner that I eventually bought the place from, the people that put me in touch with, he and his wife were going on a cruise for 1 full year. Is that amazing? I don't know how much that costs. Got to be, hell, I don't know, $100,000. I don't know. Hey Google, how much does it cost to go on an ocean cruise for 1 year?
Let's see. I think your answer is in this table.
145,000 per couple, 72,000 for per person. Yeah, that's average. 72,000 for a year. That's $200 a day? No. Yeah, I guess that's $200 a day, or roughly, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I thought that was neat. But you know, the thing about taking trips like that, you know, going on cruises or taking a deal out to Las Vegas, you know what I mean? They go just like that. And they go quick. You know what I mean? And then you realize I spent $2,000 and gone, you know, or I guess I'm cheap. Maybe don't say it. Don't say it. I mean, well, I'm frugal. That's it. I'm frugal, you know, and I just can't, because I've done these things, and I think about doing them again, and but no, that's out. Or just take a driving trip. But I don't want to stay in motels. You know, it's always you know, when the thought hits you first, you go, God, that's a great idea, and then you start killing the idea by facing the reality of, you know, making the hotel reservation. You go in there, the room stinks or something, you know, there's bugs in the bed. You know, and you can get a nice hotel. It doesn't matter. You know, the price of the room doesn't matter at all. It only matters who manages the establishment and how careful the people they hire are with cleaning the rooms. You know what I mean? And that can vary dramatically. I thought about driving down to Corpus Christi, Texas, and staying at one of the hotels right on the ocean front there, or the Gulf Beach, and you know, where you'd have a view. I did that one time years ago, and I was at Port Aransas. I had an ocean view. You couldn't see it. You had these sliding doors. You go out on this patio, but you know, it'd be windy and sticky, that old salt air, and you'd want to sit in the room and look out and see the waves roll in. Ain't gonna happen, because that sticky old salt air fogs up the window and you can't see crap, you know. And then I had a room when I went to do this, when I went down to see the dermatologist a year ago, whenever it was, I got a room at the, what was it? It was the, it was Holiday Inn Express. And I said, well, I want a room with a view. I got one. You couldn't even see out the window. It was so dirty. I even called down to the receptionist. I said, can you have anybody clean the windows? She said, we can clean the inside, but we can't clean the outside. They do, only contractors do that, and they only come twice a year. Anyway, I thought, get out of here. So, you know, see, but be that as it may, I've covered a lot of turf or territory here, thinking about the present and the near future. And I try to, I mean, I walk in the mornings and I try to get things in focus, you know what I mean? Like, okay, I've got this done, and I'm here, this is where I'm at right now. Where would I like to be a week from now, or a month from now, or a year from now? You know, just kind of play games in my mind. And, you know, I'm at the point now that RVing has been such a part of my life, I will probably be forced to continue it. I mean, you know, but where will I go? You know, there's places I could go down to Falcon Lake and spend a week or a month there. Damn, that one net. But anyway, and I may do that. It's and I don't mean to bore you with all this stuff, but you know, I got to have somebody to talk to maintain what sanity I have. This is a sanity session for me more than it is for you. I guarantee you, because you know, but the only person I've talked to today was the people that came by to work on the roof. I went out and talked to them for a minute. But other than that, it's me and old Arrow, or me and Romeo. I think I ought to name him Arrow. I remember that movie that was made, The Point. and there was the Arrow was the name of the dog, me and my Arrow. You probably saw it. Anyway, guys, I'll shoot this horse and put it out of its misery. But the point, if there is a point, is for you to relax and enjoy, and leave comments that refresh you or make you feel better, or if you want to vent on me a little bit, go ahead. I make a good lightning rod. Unfortunately, you'll go to Matilda and then out, but so what? You know what I mean? And my ex-wife is leaving comments, negative comments. We were divorced in 1979. You hear me? Huh? 1979. Woo! That is 43 years ago. Hello, But be that as it may, folks. That's life. Deal with it. So, having said that, I want to maintain my sanity as much as you do. And I'll come up with something. I know some of you will leave some comments and make recommendations, or we tried this and we enjoyed this. And that's good because, see, even though I have access to the internet and all the stuff, it's always good to put your mind out for the audience, you know what I mean? And let them feed you, you know what I mean? And because there's two kinds of intelligence. There's the intelligence you possess as an individual, and then there is the intelligence of all the other people in the world. And guess who has the most intelligence? Collectively, everyone else. You just have one little percent, And so, yeah, if there's something that you've done or enjoyed, yeah, let me know. I mean, I'd be glad to check it out. So from Fort Clark Springs, Texas, on a rather warm day. It's probably in the mid-80s out there today, but the humidity's pretty low. This is Rusty 78609, and his stuffed animal dog, Romeo. Yeah, do you realize I talk to that damn dog just like it's real? I do. I say, hey, Romeo, what's happening? If the dog answers, I'm in trouble, right? But anyway, guys, enjoy your weekend. Thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye, bye, bye. Whatever you want, use the Amazon link. Enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Keep your health. And next Beer 30, I'll try to come up with something. Maybe it's an event or something that I just can't remember. But if something pops into my mind, I'll make a note, and we'll do the sanity session in the past or whatever, however it works out. So guys, keep your shirt on and buttoned, because the world is coming at you fast. Adios, bye-bye, thumbs up, carry on, enjoy your weekend, enjoy a toddy or whatever you got. Bye-bye.